Ever have one of those days, the kind where everything feels off and you can't quite shake the funk? Maybe you're stuck in a rut, feeling unmotivated, restless, or just plain tired of the same old routine. If that sounds like you, take a deep breath. You're in the right place. Today, we're talking about 5 simple but powerful strategies to break out of a rut and turn a bad day around. These are small shifts that can make a big difference. I know because I've been there too, more times than I can count. And every time it's these little habits that help me find my way back. So let's get into it. Hi, friend, and welcome to my channel, a place where we talk about finding balance, boosting motivation, and creating habits that make life feel just a little bit easier. I'm Alma Joy, a working professional, life coach, and content creator in San Diego, California. And whether you're tuning in on your morning walk, during your commute, or curled up at home, I'm so glad that you're here. Today's episode is all about those tough days, the ones that feel heavier than usual. I'm talking about days when it's hard to get out of bed and stop rotting by scrolling endlessly on your phone. Those kind of half-wasted days where it feels like you got nothing done and are just beating yourself up for feeling bad. We all have them, but we don't have to stay stuck in them. I'm sharing 5 simple things you can do when you're feeling off to reset, refocus, and feel more like yourself again. And along the way, I'll share some personal stories because trust me, I've had plenty of experience through tough days. All right, let's get into it. Tip 1, move your body. When we're feeling stuck, our energy is too. A quick walk outside, a stretch, or even just dancing to your favorite song can reset your mood instantly. It doesn't have to be a full workout. It just has to be something to get your blood flowing and shift your mindset. I can't tell you how many times I've been deep in a rut, rotting in bed, thinking, I just want to lay here and scroll on my phone forever. But the second I stand up and move, even if it's just walking around my home, I start feeling different. My brain wakes up, my body feels more grounded, and suddenly things don't seem as heavy. So if you're feeling stuck right now, I challenge you, stand up, shake out your arms, stretch, or take a little walk. I promise it helps. Tip 2, change your environment. Shake things up by changing your environment. When you're in a rut, sometimes it's not just your mood, it's your surroundings. I remember one day when I was feeling so unmotivated. I had a to-do list, I had coffee, I had no real reason to feel off, but I just couldn't get along. And then I did something simple. I moved to a different spot in my home. I took my laptop to the kitchen, lit a candle, and just like that, I felt a shift. If you're feeling stuck, open a window, step outside, change your workspace, or even just tidy up your space. A fresh setting brings fresh energy. Tip 3, do a mind dump. When your mind feels cluttered, grab a notebook and do a brain dump. Write down everything that's swirling around in your head. No structure, no filter, just get it out. And I did this the other night when I was feeling so overwhelmed. I couldn't figure out why I was so stressed, but as soon as I started writing, all these little worries and random thoughts spilled onto the page. And once they were out of my head, I could actually breathe again. If journaling isn't your thing, try a voice or a video memo. Just talk it out like you would to a friend, or reach out to someone you trust to talk about how you feel. The goal is to clear your mental noise so you can think more clearly. Tip 4, say something kind to yourself. A lot of the time, a bad day gets worse because of the way we talk to ourselves. We start saying things like, I'm so behind. Or why can't I just be productive today? And suddenly we're making ourselves feel even worse. I used to be the worst at this, but I've learned that when I catch myself in negative self-talk with my inner critic shouting at me, I need to pause and reframe. I ask myself, what would I say to a dear friend in my situation? Instead of trying to say I'm so lazy today, I try saying I'm allowed to rest and I can start fresh anytime. So right now, if you're feeling off, take a deep breath and tell yourself something kind. Maybe it's, I'm doing my best, or this feeling is temporary. It might seem small, but words have power. Tip 5, do one small productive thing. When you're feeling overwhelmed or stuck, just do one small thing. Not the whole to-do list, just one tiny action. This is a concept in coaching that we like to close with, which I like to call the next small step. There's a day last week when I felt completely unmotivated. I had so much to do, but I couldn't do any of it. So I picked up one small thing. I sent one email. And that one tiny action gave me enough momentum to do another thing, and then another. So if you're feeling stuck right now, pick one tiny thing. Send a text, drink a glass of water, tidy up for 1 minute. Just start somewhere. And there you have it. 5 simple ways to get unstuck and turn around what some might call a half-wasted day. Let's do a quick recap. Number 1, move your body. A quick walk, stretch, or dance session can reset your energy. 2, change your environment. A fresh space can bring fresh motivation. 3, do a mind dump. Get those thoughts out of your head and onto paper. And 4, say something kind to yourself. Your words shape your mindset, so make them encouraging. 5, do one small productive thing. A tiny action can create momentum. If today feels tough, just pick one of these and start there. And if this episode helped, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments and send me a message on Instagram at @ElmaJoyQuintana. Also, what's your go-to trick for getting out of a rut? Share your tips and experiences in the comments to add to the helpful discussion. And if you think someone in your life needs this, send it their way. Thanks again for listening, friend. Take care and remember, you are enough.